Good morning, everybody. We're officially into day 15. Let's start off week 3 by getting to tier 7. I think I have a plan on how to do that today. Some of it relies on RNG, some of it does not. Let's get going. We can start off the day by checking our potato cactus here, and that should be another 80 points. Build that medium stash we forgot about earlier. And now to remember what it is filled with. It was the brown apron and the leather gloves and boots. This should be another 40 points. Now we came back to Soul Wars. We got up past our 250 tokens so we can buy our Ectoplasmator and take another 80 points. We're under 1,000 now. And now we go for our very first Jad kill count. Yes, ever. I skipped the fire cape step in my bossing learning. Am I supposed to put up the EDM music now and do a Wave 5. A ranger has appeared. Yeah, no thanks, I'm not really gonna do that. So far it's been so smooth, we're just gonna make these a little easier to click so that way I know kinda where my safe spots are, cause whenever I'm looking at it like this, that square's a lot harder to tell where to click. Wave 15 complete and we're up to our first meleeer. Man, the melee creatures are so difficult to deal with. And probably the thing that makes the fight caves in the Inferno the most tolerable is remembering that you can always give a pause request. Just hit log out, it'll save where you're at in the wave. Gives you a nice little bit of breathing room without anything else spawning in on you, so if you want you could pause every single wave, look up what's coming next, deal with it that way. And you can log out before the end of the wave, it's just you will end up repeating the one that you log out on. But we'll be right back. Well, we're at the end of wave 30. Bring on the majors. Just have the prayer on for the animation, turn it off for a second, and back on for the next. Glad to learn that the monsters in the fight cave deal damage on animation, but Jad deals damage on hit. Still smooth sailing. Okay, we need to find where the orange one spawns. So Jad's gonna be down there, perfect. This means I should have a nice safe space up here, he'll be spawning right there. Okay. Let's log out, log back in, run into the corner with range on, cause we cannot predict the stomp, but we can watch for a dangle. Here goes nothing. He should be spawning right there. A little nervous, but this shouldn't be too bad. Let's get it. So far so good, let's move in a little bit. Healers are out. Get some health back. What is he being healed by? I can't even see any others. Well, he's not being healed anymore. I think we're okay. Just out DPS wherever the healing is coming from, come on. He's dead soon. There we go, perfect. The first ever fire cape I've ever gotten in RuneScape. Rotate to the back. Wear a nice cheese pizza. 200 points. We're now in Moral Wreck. I assume this is the guy I need to talk to. Sacrifice a fire cape? Really sacrifice it, yes. Another 200 points. We are now 550 away from tier 7. I'm now mainly excited for the upgraded ore and gem store. Okay, we figured it out. Step number 1, complete the Karamja Easy Diary. That should be able to be done quickly simply by mining some gold up here, jumping across the nearby rope swing, find some seaweed on the shoreline, and just pick it up and drop it a few times in a row. And finally coming down the rocks here at the north end of the island, kill a Joker inside, and I'll complete the Easy Diary. And now that we have our Karamja gloves, we can come trade Aubrey, buy him out of as many death runes as we can, at 50 apiece. Quick ferry ring over to the TzHaar area, sell them off to him for Tockle at 10 apiece, come on into the inner city to the gem store, spend all of our Tockle buying diamonds, then we can just use our league teleport over to Karend, find the gem trader, and he'll buy the diamonds back at 1600 apiece. The only thing I forgot to remember is that you need to be wearing the Karamja gloves. But let's do this for about an hour and see what we can turn our 57k into. Yes, it works. Our first trip turned 57k into 91k, not even factoring in the extra ones that were sent to the bank. Oh, this is gonna get good when it gets exponential. We got our first level 90 with crafting. Nice to get the free 200 points that comes along with the money. We're coming up on the end of our half an hour of money making. I know I said an hour, but 30 minutes is more than enough. We're just shy of being able to purchase the Onyx at 280,000 Tokol. We're at 207. So one more lap of this should be able to get us that task. The last of the diamonds purchased. Now to just recall back to Karen and sell them off. So in about 30 to 40 minutes, we turned 57k into 1.2 mil. Not to mention now being at 92 crafting when we started at 82. And that's not even factoring in the 600 extra diamonds that we put into the bank. Now I can stock up on diamond bolt tips, make some adamant bolts, and have pretty much my best in slot ammunition. Being able to just shoot through everything's defenses is going to be incredible. So that's going to be the next task here after we grab an Onyx and everything else associated with the TzHaar area. Well, we went a little bit past 280,000 Tokol. We're at 322k, but that should be a good thing. We can stop by the weapon store and grab an obsidian cape. Nice 80 points. Just buy the next set of weapons, throw on the shield, another 80. Zilek for another 80. The mage stick gives nothing. Neither does the Ket M, but the Ket Om sure does, and that's enough points for tier 7. We'll just grab the last couple of weapons just to be safe. Nothing for the ring, but we do get another one for the little bludgeon. We'll hold on to this guy, and that did dent our Tokol stack nicely down to 37k. So we'll put off buying the Onyx for now, spend the rest on some gems just to get our GP back. We can always come back when we need more money or Tokol later. But most importantly, our new relic choices. Seeing these boils down to Weapon Master. Do you want to click the spec orb a lot? Also nice to use health for it if you have things that can spec health back. But I'm not a special attack user, so that leaves me Soul Stealer and Berserker. Guaranteed to max hit on monsters with full HP, and Darok effect for every hit point that you're missing. Or do we want Life and Prayer Leech? As well as the effect of the Fang of bumping up the minimum hit, as well as only hitting zeros if I miss the attack. I have debated between Berserker and Soul Stealer for weeks now, and I think that I'm not going to take Berserker. We're going with Soul Stealer. Confirm. Relic unlocked. The way that I'm seeing the relics working this league, your first 5 tiers are pretty much what you're interested in doing, and then your last 3 tiers are going to be what your build ends up becoming. I went with Soul Stealer just to help offset the Ruinous Powers prayer drain. Basically, it seems like if you're going Ruinous Powers, you either want Berserker and Undying Retribution just to bump up the damage, or Soul Stealer and Guardian so that way you can offset the prayer drain and still have your damage going. I'm not 100% sure on this one, I just know I'm not taking Undying Retribution. Partially interested in Executioner, but it's either between that or Guardian. We're in the final stretch of the league, baby. My experience multipliers are boosted, so that means I can now hard focus on maxing rather than chasing points to be able to get to the XP multiplier. So I think next we're going to try to get back up to about 300,000 Tokol to be able to get our Obsidian set. It's a nice boost to what I have for melee right now. I'll take the damage increase to help speed along training those stats up. There's our full Obsidian set bot. Let's go ahead and throw it on and knock that task out of the way for another 80 points. There is so many points for the league locked behind completing Jad, it's insane. Now we turn the rest just back into GP. Now, let's get our combats up.